Hello everybody, my name is Rise and I'm trying out for the So You Think You Can Cast Hearthstone edition. This is my first ever Hearthstone cast. I have cast other games in the past. StarCraft, Brood War, StarCraft 2, even a little bit of League of Legends and Fallout, but I've never actually tried to cast Hearthstone, so this will be fun. And yeah, decided to throw my hat in the ring for a chance to join the casting deck. Or the casting couch, right? Is that what it's called? So we're going to be casting a game from the 2016 America's Winter Championship Series. And this is Game 5 between Puffin and Zen Style. So let's get right into it. No reason to hold things up here. Zen Style is the mage on the bottom. And Puffin, with the awesome, cute and cuddly name up at the top, playing upside down, which is a feat in itself, but it sounds like players of this caliber should be able to handle that without too much of an issue. But a monster of a hand for Zen Style here, with the dual mana worm into coin, into whatever, right? A lot of things that he could have played there, but he opts to just stop with the first mana worm. And not overcommit right from the start, which, I don't know. We'll see how that works out for him. I mean, obviously it'd be nice to save the coin for the second mana worm, but oh! 2-drop has made an appearance here, the Sorcerer's Apprentice, and that is juicy. He can coin out and play everything but Mirror Entity if he wanted to. But again, got to be careful with that overcommitting. He is thinking about the coin, but he decides not to play it, and he goes to face with the Mana Worm instead. But the Rogue has a lot of options here. He's going to go with the Prep Eviscerate combo to take out the Mana Worm, and then combo up the SI Agent with a beautiful use of his mana right there to take out that Sorcerer's Apprentice, and gets great value out of that, only missing 1 damage out of, well, not missing, but you know, not getting the juiciness of that extra point of damage. But another Mana Worm does make its way out to the field, so the first one is down, or I'm sorry, the second one is down. And he's going to be able to buff that up again. And manages to get lucky with the Arcane Missiles. Not super lucky. I mean, there was a good chance that he was going to hit it with those 3 shots. 50%. 3 coin flips in a row. It seemed like a very high possibility to take it out. And he does. And the Rogue now has got a decision to make. He's got a couple of ways that he could deal with this. He could hit Eviscerate. He could Oil. He can't really Blade Fury. He could hit Blade Fury, and then he'd have to hit again next turn, which would be a mess. And take a lot of damage as well. That would be 9 damage. It's probably not a good decision. So he's considering his options really between the Oil and the Eviscerate. He does decide to go with the Oil, so he will tank 3 to the face, but not a big deal, because that Mana Worm really can get out of hand pretty quickly. And with Mirror Image there, it would have gotten dirty. Probably would have forced him to use the Blade Fury if he hadn't taken care of it there. Whereas now, he's got options to deal with the Mirror Image rather than that Blade Fury. With the Mana Worm behind it is really the point of that. But he does have a Sludge Belcher, and he's going to be sad to see Mirror Entity is going to snag one of those for the Mage as well. And the Mage has got a Fireball in his hand, so he can deal with that other Sludge Belcher really easily. And it looks like that's what he's going to do here, considering he really can't take it out otherwise, except outside of using a bunch of pings, which would be messy. And he's able to take out the Death Rattle Mini Sludge as well, with only 1 hit of damage to his Sludge Belcher. So pretty good. He's got a triple taunt up on the field, protecting his face, still at 30 health here. The Rogue down to 24, but the Rogue he's got some tools at his disposal here. Goes for the Sharp Sword Oil against the, taking another 3 to the face to take out the Sludge Belcher. Unstable Portal for the Temple Mage. Let's see what he can grab here. Health to Zod. Alright. I mean, I guess you never really know what to expect, but for some reason that was definitely not the first card I thought of. And probably not for him as well. I bet he would have liked to have had that out on the field for the Sludge Belcher. And I guess he could play that next turn if he wanted. I don't think he wants to play Antonidas yet, unless he wants a single Fireball. Unless he gets lucky with the 1-mana spell next turn. Drake Lotheb, though, out on the field for the Rogue here. And Lotheb is pretty sweet against Tempo Mage in general. Not that it matters in this case, because he only has the coin in hand, but often, I mean, that could have blocked many spells that the Mage would have had at his disposal otherwise. Mage decides to play Drake, get that card draw. I agree with that. I think that's definitely the play. Not that I'm a pro, but hey, it looked like the right play to me anyway. And next turn, I would expect him to play Kel'Thuzad Counterspell next. Because again, Antonidas is still just not going to get that value yet. But the Rogue does have to figure out how is he going to deal with this Mirror Entity. It's not any super simple way. I mean, he could take out the Mirror Entity with what he's got on the field now. And opts to go with Sprint, which is a pretty good idea. He does get he gets 2 backstabs, actually. And if he wanted, he could double up on the backstabs here, but that doesn't seem like a very good use of backstabs to take it out. Instead, he's going to hit one with Deadly Poison, hit one with Loatheb, and trade out the Drake. I like it. He's got board control, a strong 5/5 out on the field. And now, Mage has got a interesting choice here. Decides to go with Arcane Intellect. And, man, I would have gone Kel'Thuzad. But he's got some more options here with the Flamewalker, piloted Shredder. He does decide to go with Kel'Thuzad. I guess he's thinking that maybe he can get value out of next turn with the Shredder and Flamewalker. Which, obviously, that wouldn't be a bad deal if he can get that to happen. But, ooh, I mean, he had enough to deal with that out on the field just between his Blade and Loatheb. And now with Sap, he takes it out right quick, brings the mana cost back to 8. And I don't think we're going to see Kel'Thuzad played again this hand. Instead, we're going to see Antonidas coin Counterspell to get him a couple of fireballs into his hand. But unfortunately for him, that's probably all he's going to get from it. I mean, that's to me, that's slightly questionable. I would have considered Boom because I would imagine he's got a lot more cheap spells. But maybe he's just afraid of the burst here. I mean, I could see that. He does have 12 damage out on the field as is. And with that Violet Teacher, yeah, I mean, I could see that being something where he's like, hey, I got to get some fireballs to deal with these heavy minions. And Counterspell, getting super little value there, stopping the first backstab. We know he's got a second one, and he's going to combo that most likely with Blade Fury now that he's got the Thalanos out on the field to get him some extra spell power. And it looks like that is what he's going to do. So Antonidas goes down. And we're about to see another, 10 damage to the face here. 9 damage. My bad. I can do math. But he did a total of 13 that turn, which sets him up for lethal next turn. So the Mage has got to figure a way out to deal with this. And right now, it is not looking good. There's a lot, even with the Flamewalker, he doesn't have enough low-cost spells to take out everything. Well, he's got one, so he is going to try the Flamewalker play. Fireball the Loatheb, which is a good idea because you don't want him absorbing unnecessarily these juggles. And Mirror Image to follow it up to get another couple. Oh, but he hits the Violet Teacher. Not that it really matters. And he does ping down one of the last 2 apprentices. You can see he's not looking too happy right now. And oof, this is a scary place to be for the Mage. He's at 6 health. We do have some tools here. Boom goes out for the Rogue. But we do have some tools here even without it with the Blade Fury where he could have taken down both the Mirror Images and done another 3 damage. He does... Oh, he's going that route. Alright, he's going to go do that and take out the Mirror Images. Hit it with Face and hit it with one of the apprentices. And probably trade the Flamewalker. Although, you could have argued that it would have been pretty sweet BM to keep the Flamewalker up. To deal with the... to possibly take out the Boombots. But it's not looking good for the Mage here. And in fact, I don't think he's going to do it. He does get the Cone of Cold, which will let him freeze up the Dr. Boom. But my God, is that risky. He takes 2. He takes 3 to the face. That could have killed him. But clearly, he's dead. So, Puffin giving him the Festivus emote there. A little bit of BM before he ends things. No better way to do it. Here's your Christmas present in that Game 5 best of 5. And, just rubbing it in before the Mage is knocked out of the tournament. So GG to Puffin. Nice job taking down Zen Style in what looked like a scary matchup, but I would say, despite the fact that the the mage had a good starting hand here from the beginning. It just wasn't enough to deal with the rogue's tools, and the rogue's able to take out a win. So congratulations to Puffin, cute and cuddly as can be. I probably could have rhymed something there, but I'm not in the mood. And I hope you enjoyed my attempt at the Hearthstone. So you think you can cast Hearthstone edition? Had a lot of fun, and maybe I'll do some more, even if I don't win the whatever the contest is supposed to give you at the end. I didn't even read that. All right, guys, take care. See you next time.